Hello, Facebook. This is Brother Steve coming with the word of the Lord that he wanted me to share with each and every last one of you, because now it's the time to really expose Satan and his devices that he is trying to trick with people with and to keep them blinded. As it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 3 through 4, if the gospel be hid, it is to those that are lost, because the God of this world has blinded them. Well, everybody's like is getting all dressed up and everybody's getting all hurrah for Halloween, but they really don't truly understand what is the context and the origin of which Halloween is celebrated. So many people, yeah, let me dress up like this. You gotta go get the best costume and go get this, but the Lord wanted me to break it down exactly what Halloween truly is right now. As it says, the history of Halloween can be traced back to Ireland and the Celtics, and how they used to have their custom stuff with practicing all these things, which was wrong, but yeah, it kind of got in there. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. By 43 A.D., the Romans conquered the Celtics and took over their customs and all those things, as which they did, which part of this stuff came from and originated from. Before we celebrate something, it's time that we understand where it came from, and so we can understand cut the things at the root of the problem of what Satan is trying to blind people, because right now people are doing a Hosea 4 and 6. Many people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, so I will also reject thee. People, it's time to stop being deceived by Satan's devices. This is one of his deadliest devices for little kids, which can go to hell for this, as on to adults that can go to hell for this. Time for us to wake up and understand what the true context of Halloween is. Halloween has everything to do with demonic activity. In a sense that what you worshiping or what you doing for fun, these people were doing for a meaning and for a cause, which they don't show the history of it. Quick things. Trick or treat was traced back to the Salem. And it was like a supreme night of demonic activity, where spirits would rise out of their grave and go countryside to torment people, to like the familiar spirits, which you seen with people with in the Bible, where people were lunatics, demons were cast out and put in the swine. It's those same kind of demonic spirits that we are welcoming as we are dressing as these people are taking of the custom of the people. We are welcoming them demons. For the reason why the whole dressing up and all these things, these people were not dressing up to go door to door, trick or treat, and see who had the best costume. The reason why they were dressing up is because they wanted to protect themselves of a masquerade of demonic activity of hordes that would come around out of this night, where all demons all around would just go do what they needed to do and torment people. That's why they were dressed up with a mask on. Not, oh, well, I'm going to dress up like Cinderella, I'm going to dress up like a groom, I'm going to dress up like this. You guys are looking foolish because you're worshiping something that you know not of. But that's okay though, because the people that are doing that and following Satan, as it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 11 and 14, marvel not that Satan can transform himself into light. And also his ministers can transform themselves into ministers of light. But they will be known by the according of their deeds and their works. So when you take it on something else, you have that nature of Satan, where he can transform, he is of darkness, but can transform to the light to deceive. So that what you're doing is being deceived and allow him to deceive you as you deceive others while dressing up and taking part of one of his days. October 30th, let's break it down even more so. October 30th, it was called Devil's Night. Anything that's called Devil's Night, whether it's being a true Christian, shouldn't even take part in. Whether it's getting candy or not. No! It's time to cut it off. Oh, well, it's okay. No, it's not okay if you call the name of Christ. It says every person that named the name of Christ depart from iniquity. This is iniquity. And this need to be addressed now. And church people are not preaching on it. Because they figure, okay, some of the churches will even have little kids come and get candy. Not doing the history. Because they're not pastors that are sent by God. As it says in Jeremiah chapter 3 and 15. I will send pastors after my own heart. They just want congregation members. They just want people to fill the pews up. And they're selling people go to hell for this stuff. Well, why didn't they tell me? Why? Because the supposedly man and woman of God are not who they think they are. So you're being deceived because they're doing a trick or treat on you. They're treating on your financial blessings in the churches. They're treating themselves off your money to get personal gain. Guess what? Trick or treat to you too. Because Satan is about to be disposed tonight. Now, how? Oh, well, trick or treat candy. Well, guess what? They got a history that traces back to that as well. Beggars would go door to door and village to village that would go to seek soul cakes. Seem familiar? People go to door for candy, but these were beggars that went door to door for soul cakes. But we don't know about the history of that. But we know that we can party and drink and dress up and everything else. But we don't want to understand if we call the name of God. What's wrong with people? Not only that, it was really in Ireland and British as well. And they had a name for it too. The night is known as the Mischief Night. Mischief. God is not the God of confusion. There's no mischief in the Lord. Let's put it like this. People, oh, well, bad and this. You giving place to the devil, as it says not to in Ephesians chapter 4 and 27. Neither give place to the devil. You are taking on the same characteristics as the devil when you are dressing up and you are supporting his day. I don't want any person that's called to be a Christian and professing Halloween to get dressing up and something else that this should not be. You need to get away from people that are of God, because we don't tolerate this. We serve the true living God. God don't have to dress up. God ain't got to do all that. Satan got to do that to deceive you. God will come, boom, here I am. I'm God. Many people are worshiping that coward Satan because he can't come to you in his form. He got to come to something that is delightful to the eye. When people dress up like women, this is for you that are dressing up at Halloween as French maids and stuff. You are appeasing the men to the eye with your stockings and with all that stuff on. Because not only that, you are performing witchcraft with doing these things. With witches and black cats and all that stuff, they have symbolism with doing those things. And it says in Galatians chapter 5 verse 19 through 21, adultery, fornication, lasciviousness, all kinds of lust. When you put on those kind of things, you making men lust after you. Emulation, when you are putting on that costume, become either Ariel or a Disney princess, you are putting on that persona of that individual. That's in Galatians. Let's break it down. Witchcraft. You're performing witchcraft by rebelling what you are rebelling for to know the truth of God, but you're serving Satan. What